A very compelling story about where each of you were on September 11th and whether you were completely honest about your role engagement and where you were. Would you each address that, please?
Sure. Oh, me first?
Sure.
Sure. On September 11th, I was in Scotland on vacation with my sister-in-law. As soon as we heard that the issue was that New York was under attack and that we'd lost a flight in Pennsylvania, I immediately got on the phone and was on the phone with my commander of my unit. I was on the phone continuously, doing what's called the raging bull message, which is the immediate alert that goes out to everyone in the unit, because we had the only military aviation unit in all Chicagoland in Midway. At the time, we didn't even have the Coast Guard unit here. It was just us. So we didn't know if Chicago would be next. I got myself on the very first flight back. Every flight, I was back here within 48 hours, and we were often the only unit flying in the skies over Chicago that week, as you recall. We didn't know when the next attack was going to come, and we pretty sure that Chicago, it was another high-value target with then the Sears Tower, now the Willis Tower. And so we were on duty that entire time and making sure that we could respond if needed. And in fact, we did. We flew training missions that week and the following weeks, where the FAA actually asked us to intercept unknown aircraft that had penetrated the Chicago airspace. They tended to be small aircraft who were trying to see what they could get to, and we dispatched some of our training missions to divert over.
Is that explanation sufficient to you?
When I read the story, she didn't even know what country she was in. It was hard to see what country she was in. But she claimed to be commanding her unit.
I was commanding my unit. And if you've been a unit commander, you'd know you were in command of your unit regardless of wherever you are. And I was in command of my unit. I was talking to my
Secretary
commander.
Rumsfeld. He had a breakfast with several members of Congress in his executive dining room there.
There's a question still about how long you were with him, just the minute by minute.
I would say that I did not keep a detailed minute by minute log of where I was. When the Rumsfeld breakfast ended, I left, and then back in 2004, he sent me a nice medal I assume to all the members of Congress that were with him at that breakfast. And I walked out to my car and drove back to the office. I had a budget committee meeting there.
I have no memento from Secretary Rumsfeld for 9/11. The only memento I have is this Purple Heart pin right here.